this subreddit, am I the a-hole underscore relationships. Update. Would I be the a-hole? My female 27 boyfriend, male 25, said we have an expiration date. I think about breaking up with him about it. Verdict, not the a-hole. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. For the past a year and a half, he has slept at my place every night. His apartment is in the same building. He only goes to his apartment to shower because I live in a shared flat. Other than that, he spends the entire day with me. I take care of all the household chores by myself. I don't really want children. I'm sterilized, although IVF would still be possible. He does want children, or at least leans towards wanting them. I talk about wanting to move back to my hometown in northern Germany after finishing my studies. He talks about wanting to move back to his hometown in Rhineland-Palatinate after finishing his studies. We have small arguments from time to time, but there's always about completely insignificant things. Recently, after I jokingly said, "But we don't have an expiration date, do we?" he replied that we do have an expiration date. I mean, it kind of like y'all do. Next year, his lease will most likely end without the possibility of renewal. I assume we would look for a place together. He just got accepted into medical school and will study here for another 5 years, and I plan to start work here. He said that living together would only make a breakup more complicated and delay it unnecessarily, so he doesn't want that. However, he wants to continue things as they are now, meaning that he would basically stay at my place all the time, depending on how far away his new apartment is, though the argument wouldn't really work anymore because of the shower situation. I've always wanted to get married within the next few years, ideally before I turn 30. I turned 27 this year. I've always communicated that clearly. He now says he doesn't know if he wants to get married at all. He turned 25 this year. He wants to take over his mother's house one day while his mother will continue living in the neighboring house. They share one garden and one driveway. He understands that many people wouldn't be willing to accept that arrangement. I told him that I would move there with him and would even consider having children. He said I'm only saying that to save the relationship, and that even if I mean it, I would eventually become unhappy and he would feel guilty for that, which he doesn't want. He, on the other hand, wants each of us to plan our futures independently. If our plans happen to overlap, then great, we can stay together, and if they don't, then I guess that means we break up. But even when I say I wouldn't mind living in a different city with him, etc., he just assumes I give myself and dreams up for him. At the same time, he doesn't want to end the relationship now. He said he only wanted to have this conversation because a couple we're friends with broke up after 8 years, partly because they had different visions for the future, and apparently never talked about that, and he wanted to prevent something like that from happening out of nowhere. I actually wanted to wait to have this conversation until after spending 3 months in his hometown for work because he had hoped the emotional distance would make the conversation easier. Instead, the conversation happened just 2 weeks into those 3 months when he came back to visit me for the weekend. Would I be the a-hole for breaking up with him about this? The conversation pulled away the ground underneath my feet, and I'm not sure how to recover from this. Update. He dumped me. He visited for the weekend. I talked with him about this, how he can move forward from this, if he thinks we can work together on our relationship. The second day he dumped me, said we wouldn't work anyway.